Okay, great. So welcome back to our Soul Awakening Academy YouTube channel. We interviewed you, gosh, I don't know, six months ago, something like
It's
that.
almost been a year because October 1st is when I officially opened my business. And like around this time, it's really weird that we're doing this
Oh,
interview
how
because
funny.
I just finished my accreditation around this time, the end of September.
Oh, that's so cool. Gosh, time
Yeah.
flies. So,
Oh,
welcome, Melissa. You're one
thank
of
you.
our budding stars. You're our master spiritual life coach and energy psychologist. Is that still what you call yourself, or?
So right now I call myself an energy mindset coach.
Love
So
it.
that's what I call myself. Yeah. So just not just the mindset, but also the energy, because that's really what your academy embodies, both of them.
Yeah, I love that. That's really powerful. So you qualified as a master spiritual life coach, and
Mhm.
you've transitioned, you've opened up your business, and one of the reasons for the interview today was just to share the success that you've had. But from the very start, you knew exactly what you wanted to achieve by becoming a spiritual life coach. So your eyes were always on the prize. You knew
Yes.
exactly what motivated you, and you really did pull out all the stops to complete the course and gain your accreditation. So today's video is obviously going to share and spotlight you, but also it's going to help other people who are thinking about becoming a spiritual life coach, what that even means, what difference it makes to your life, and how you make a difference to other people's lives. We're going to
Mhm.
look at where you are now, the success that you've managed to create for yourself, and what
Yeah.
advice you might have for other people.
Okay.
So let's just start and rewind. I do remember our first conversation when we had a bit of an interview call. But
Mhm.
what was life like before you first started the course? What thoughts were going on? What was happening in your life that gave you that calling to become a
Yeah, so before I took the course, because in 2020, it was almost a point where, when COVID hit, it was like, well, what do I do with myself? But I think even before COVID, I was through this point in life where I just wasn't happy.
Mm,
I had the career, I was really successful, but I was, wanting more in relationships, wanting more in friendships, wanting more for my life in general, just to feel good. I felt there was a lot of things that just were holding me back. I didn't feel happy all the time, but I always was that person that everyone came to me for advice through my life experiences, right? Through my life experiences in work and relationships. And so I was like, you know what? And I was talking to my friend, a girlfriend at the time. She's like, you just need to find a way to help people. And I was like, okay. So I like always like heard in the back of my mind, what about being a life coach, right? And I was just like, do I want to do that? Like, I've had my career for 22 years. What do I want to do? And it really just hit me when COVID hit and we were all stuck in our house. I was just like, okay, this is a prime time to make something happen, make something of yourself. And what I really wanted to focus on is, how do I manifest more money, more better relationships, just feeling good about myself? And that really led me to your academy, because in one of the sessions I had with the manifestation course, it was a 7-week course, and I did it right before I did the academy. It was like, for you to manifest, you have to feel good and you have to heal child conditioning. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to go there. I'm like, because we lock that kid in the closet. We don't want to deal with it. But what happens is, I call it the hot button in my sessions. Whenever you're in life and you don't feel good, that's not the conscious state. That's your subconscious mind. That's the inner child knocking at the door, right? And so I was like, okay, I had to figure that out. So I did all my healing. And then I just, sat there and I was like, universe, like, help me find this life coaching school, because there's thousands out there, right? Especially in the US too. And I said, I want to do something with child conditioning, period. I was like, make that happen.
wow.
And literally 20 minutes after my
Oh,
meditation, I started scrolling and you popped up.
wow.
And I don't even know how that happened. That was divine timing. Then we had their interview, and that's when I started. And, and just getting into the process of your academy, it was like, wow, there was the aha moments. And it's funny because I use that as like, I'm the aha queen. I'm going to get you your aha moment of what's really holding you back, right? And it was really deep healing that I need to do in the subconscious mindset and in that, child conditioning, which we all need. we all have like 5 to 10 things that is stuck in our heads that we really need to heal. And we don't consciously know it's there. So that's really what led me to your academy. So
Amazing. That is an amazing story. And I
yeah.
love that, when we let go and sometimes surrender and say, right, I'm putting it in your hands, make it
Mhm.
happen for me. And it does. It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
beautiful how that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so so what was the real reason that you wanted to take the course? Was it that you wanted to serve other people and help them with their childhood conditioning? Or what was the burning desire for you to
Yeah.
achieve with it?
The first thing for me wasn't, it was to help other people go into that direction. But the number one thing, and I feel all coaches need to understand this because I do coach other coaches, is you have to heal yourself before you heal other people. And what a lot of life coaches do is they just start healing people, but then they'll meet with me and they're just like, but I just don't feel good by myself. But you have to feel good. You have to do that deep healing in order to really understand other people's issues, right? If you skip that step, then you're not really going to really experience what they're experiencing, right? And then you can tell your own stories too in your sessions. It's a little bit about yourself because what people want to do, they want to relate to you. They want to relate to, oh, I'm not the only one that has this problem, guide them through it. So that really was for me. Number one was to find whatever was in me to get it out. I was like, let's heal that. And then what I was, want to do was just become that awesome, spiritual life coach, energy mindset coach. That really was my end factor for me. And to do it speedily, as you know, it was like 3 months when I got through your thing. I was like doing it every single day, but then I had time to do it because it was COVID, right? So you're not going anywhere. You just have time to focus on you.
Yeah, that's so true. And what I'm hearing from you is you've really stepped into this leadership role. So
Mm-hmm.
you're a leader for other leaders. There's those other life coaches that are coming to you for
Yeah.
their own inner transformation. You're leading the leaders in the field of personal change. And it's so true. We have to do the inner work first. And
Yeah.
anybody who takes the course will always hear from me. This is about you first.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's about you going out there and using your skills with other people. If we don't work on ourselves, and it's not to say that this course solves every issue or challenge, but you do
Yeah.
have the tools
Yeah.
then when things come up, which they do, to be able
Mm-hmm.
to work through them with
Yeah.
yourself, having that self-awareness, or going to see somebody else who can guide
Yeah.
you through it.
Yeah.
So it's so important to understand that people do need to have a level of self-awareness, self-responsibility, and they're
Mm-hmm.
prepared to go there and work through it. And we have a great community of coaches who are
Mm-hmm.
training on the course, which there's a lots of practical element that go into this course now. It's 60 hours practice that you get. So
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
buddies to really hook up with and help
Yeah.
heal what's going on for you. So what you've said is super important for people to understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is if you're going to guide anyone on a transformation, you first have to have done it yourself
Yes.
to know
Yes.
where your client is going to be,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
to lead your
Yeah.
client. What was the biggest transformation you noticed or change you noticed through taking the course and working on yourself?
First, I love the course. I love how every module works on something, right? I love how you have your worksheets of really doing that deep rooted, those aha moments for yourself of, and one of the things was the inner scripts. I think that's so important, everyone to understand what do you feel, what's your problem, what is possibly coming and hitting your hot button still, right? And I use that in my coaching courses too, is like, what's those inner scripts? But that was a major transformation because what we do is that subconscious mindset running 95% of the time is hitting that hot button every time you don't feel good. And I think people just need to know that. And that really was how I learned to reframe my mindset. So if I'm not feeling good during the day, I'm like, oh, I know it's trying to come in. I know my inner child's trying to like drag me back to the closet, drag me back to the closet where I don't want to be. And I always tell myself this, and I tell my clients this: your past does not define you 100%
No.
because we're conditioned the
Yeah.
way we feel, what we experience. And if you can get over that hump and realize it, then you're going to manifest anything you want. But that was a major transformation for me, was really getting over that mindset of not feeling validated, not feeling good enough, lack of love, lack of nurturing, all that stuff that I was just harboring in my mindset that I just shoved away. And then it really needed to come to the surface, because the only way you can heal is bring those things to the surface. And then you can focus on being your authentic self. So you can't be your authentic self if you're still fighting that inner child. You have to take the inner child with you and move forward.
Absolutely. I mean, I love the inner script. You know, that's something I learned when I was becoming a spiritual counselor. You know, we really do have to find out what's hidden in our
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind through the
Yeah,
childhood, let's say
yeah,
trauma, which can be
yeah.
first day at school, mum and
Mm-hmm.
dad having a row, lack of
Yeah,
safety, and you know, it can be these
yeah,
small things that can happen when we're small children that get stored in our cellular memory. So when we're an adult, we're being triggered constantly by our
yes,
environment, by people, by work, by situations.
yes,
We don't know why we're emotionally responding.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's another great point you raised. By working through that, what changes did it actually make? Did it better your relationships? Did it open up money situations? What changed as a result of working on your own inner scripts?
Yeah. So, through that process, I really had to let go of some friendships, but I also rekindled some friendships in a better way, right? Of a better being my higher self, knowing that the relationships I had that I had to walk away with, they were just toxic to me, right? And I think that just transformed not only the way I bring myself, as a present person, it's just the way I relate to people, way I relate to my business, just pushing myself forward. But I've been able to just, like, as soon as you get rid of the past, you're like this: manifest, manifest, manifest. And then everything comes into fruition. But it's also learning to let go, right? You're just like, I have to trust and let go. And I think that's one of the things in the courses too. A lot of people say, well, I might not be spiritual, but I do believe in the universe. I do believe in God. And I'm just like, that's okay. That's a start. You have to believe in a higher source to manifest what you want. You can't stand in the mirror and say, I'm going to manifest that. They go, well, what about all these rich people, right? I go, no, the only difference between someone who's not making money and making a lot is their mindset of knowing they're worthy. So for me, it was like finding my self-worth, because that's one of the major things that everyone has an issue with. What is my self-worth? I'm not getting this because I don't feel worthy. You can't manifest if you don't feel worthy. So that was a major transformation to me. And just opening my business and becoming this, I was like, I'm worthy to be successful. I'm worthy to have it all, right? But a lot of times what happens is that mindset, right? That inner child comes in and you're just like, oh, but then you reframe your mindset. It's just reframe, 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 get in check.
Absolutely. I absolutely love what you're saying. You know, you've really stepped into this powerful leader. I'm so, thrilled to be talking to you and getting the
Thank you.
message out there for
Yeah,
other people, because you really are changing lives with it. So well done for you. Um,
thank you.
Let me see. So where are you now? That's, the big question.
Oh
Where
my
are you
goodness.
now?
It's so busy. I want to say, I mean, it's been a year. I feel everyone I talk to, like, wow, you're just springing forward. If you go to my social media, you just see me posting good things every day, posting videos. I'm now in a coaching platform. So I'm doing webinars now, which I just started. So I just did my second one. I think it was Thursday, on ways to create a positive mindset. So I work on mindset, I work on energy, confidence. So that's really exciting. And I have some big things coming up, which I can't talk about yet because they're not there yet, but I'm learning to, like, just get myself out there more, but I mean, I'm coaching like 7 times a week, super busy calendar. My day timer is crazy, but I love it, right? I go, this is what I was meant to do. And just really hearing and seeing and feeling the transformations of my clients, of just feeling good about themselves. That's really what, gives you my little high of, like,
Yeah.
wow, we just, like, transformed you. I have a 4-week program and an 8-week program. So I work with, so my, what I do is I help business owners and entrepreneurs attract more wealth and happiness by creating positive mindset, setting really precise goals, and feeling good about themselves, being their higher self, their authentic
Mm.
self. And once you can do that, people are just, their businesses are doing great. They're getting in relationships. They're attracting the right people. There are things that wouldn't happen, heal relationships in their family. So it's awesome. It's like, they come to me. I think everyone is guided to me that really needs that transformation. And then again, give their aha moment. And then we're just moving forward on just finding the answers already in them and just making them, their higher self.
Good, amazing. So,
Yes.
what advice would you give to other people who might be, I don't know, sitting on the fence or thinking, I could never do that, I could never be that?
You just have to, like I did, step out of your box, believe to receive. But the thing is that everyone needs healing. So if you're sitting there and just like, there's something more I need to do, that is a trigger. What do I need to do? Find that. And I feel like your academy, with all the courses that you have, say you don't want to be a full master life coach, you just want to work on chakras, or you want to work on mindset, or whatever it is, you offer something to that. And I feel like everyone needs that healing. I think so. If you're feeling that something is missing and you want to feel better, go and find what that is.
Mm,
Because as you do that, you're going to find your purpose. And I think a lot of people too is wanting to find their purpose in life. And that happens in my clients too. They're like, well, I'm a business owner, I have 3 businesses. But then again, they're just like, you know what? I don't think that's my purpose. And then what they do, I think it's my purpose to help others. And then people will be led to them, right? People just out and about, and they're just like, you will not believe what happened. I hear manifestation stories all the time, which is great. But I feel like if you want to, and I'll specifically say for coaches, if you are the person that knows that you want to help other people, step out of your box and first do what you need to do to heal yourself, and then get that education to spring forward. And then after you finish, keep going. I
mm,
think what we do, we get comfortable is like, I finished my course, and I see that a lot of times
done
with
now.
coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, well, I did that. What do I do now? You have to start asking for help, keep asking. And what I say is like, if you're not asking the universe for help, the help never comes. So when I finished your course, I was like, what's next? And literally after I finished my accreditation, I felt a tap on my shoulder and they said, open your business. And I said, what? Because I never opened a business before. I was never an entrepreneur. And I said, okay, guide me to the people that I need to set up my business. And you know what? In a week, that happened. Someone referred me and and then my business opened, and then I just started being a coach.
Oh, wow.
But it's also lessons learned, because this is not like a journey that's going to be super easy out of the gate. You have to commit to yourself. You have to commit to your clients. You got to commit to serving your purpose.
Yeah, I think it's a good point again, and that was one of the things that I really noticed about you was you were 100% committed. It wasn't 50% or 80%. It was you were 100% committed. I'm going to do this and I'm going to nail it. So
Yes.
I think you do need to go into it with a certain level of understanding that this is a journey. It's not a tick box course.
Yeah.
It's very experiential.
Mhm.
All the techniques you use on yourself first. So you have to
Yeah.
have that level of motivation and commitment to see
Yes.
it through to the end, to become the person you want to be. And like you say, it's
Yeah.
not easy. It's
Yeah.
the whole caterpillar metamorphosis into the butterfly.
Yes.
It's painful making a transformation, or at least it can be for some. But when you make it, then you fly, as you
Yeah.
are doing. So you really are walking that you walk in your walk and talk in your talk. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
proud to have had you part of our academy, and I love seeing the
Thank
things
you.
that you're doing and sharing them on social media. So
I appreciate that. Yeah. And, I give a lot of credit to your academy, because you did teach me a lot of things that I would never know to become this energy mindset coach. So I do appreciate. And again, if those who really want to experience, I do recommend the master course, because
yeah,
it gives you everything. And a lot of people say there's so much, but here's the thing, you have to be excited to be a better person. If you go with that, and you know what, I had a little sticky that was on my computer, and I said, the academy, the school comes easily to me. So I was already in the mindset that I was going to get done, and I flew through it. I was like, oh, I'm already done. It's 3 months, right? So I think when you focus on like looking at the screen and getting glossed over, if you do little mindset things like that, little affirmations, and just flood your little like screen, I'm going to get this done. This is my purpose. this comes easily to me. You do those affirmations, then what happens is you create that energy, and then all of a sudden you're done with the course.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I think I remember you telling me that. That's brilliant. Thank
yeah.
you so much for this
Thank you so
interview
much.
today. And I'm excited to share it all across our channels, just to get the word out there, just to tell people how bloody awesome you are, Melissa.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
where
so
can people
much.
find you? So
So I'm on LinkedIn under Melissa Acob, ACOB, where you can see a lot of my professional stuff. And I'm also on Instagram. So soul vibe _energy high. I post at least 3 to 5 times a week, videos on mindset, videos on confidence, how you can be your higher self. And also just, those canvas statements of just how you can change your mindset every single day.
excellent. Well, I'm sure lots of people will be tuning into you. All right. Thank you, Melissa. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's super early for you.
It's okay.
Enjoy your
This was
weekend.
great. Thanks for having me.
Take care, my love.
Okay, bye.